Hello Year 3, Mr. Swanson here for Science, and today we're looking at soil. If you haven't already watched the BBC bite-sized video and followed that link, then do that now. Pause me and go and do that. Okay, now we can start. The first thing that we're going to do is just explore our soil. So we can give it a feel, we can have a look at it. I've attached a soil senses worksheet and you need to fill that in. So the first thing with your senses is what you see. And what I can see is that this is quite dark brown. I would say this is dark brown in colour, and I can see stones and twigs in here. So on my soil senses worksheet, I would fill that out, probably after I've washed my hands. The next thing we can look at is, what does it feel like? So get some in your hands, rub it around. This feels wet, it feels squishy is a word I would use. There's a lot of moisture. The last thing we can do is listen to it. What does it sound like if you put it right against your ear? Oh, I can hear a squelching. So that's something I might jot down on my soil senses worksheet. You notice that I'm doing this inside, but I've laid some paper down, okay, to avoid cleanup. You might want to do it outside if possible, but if you're doing it inside, make sure you set up nicely. So once you've filled out your soil senses worksheet, we're going to do a little experiment. And this is something else I asked you to get, was a clear bottle, okay, about this size. You need to fill it halfway up with water, and then what you need to do is get your soil inside. I've attached a video to go along with this. A scientist doing this experiment, and what he does is he's created a paper funnel to get the soil into the water bottle. I tried that yesterday, but because my soil was a bit wet and squishy, it got stuck to the paper, so it didn't really work. So the way I'm going to have to do it, and maybe you will too, is to just force it in like this. Okay, this is why the paper's down. I'm spilling it everywhere. Make sure you get enough in there. I'm going to try and get another pinch or two. Okay, you can see. Now what you need to do when you've got some soil in there, I think I probably need a little bit more actually, is put your lid on. That's very important. And then you're going to shake it. Okay. Okay. And what you should start to see almost straight away is that the soil will start separating. So the soil's different components will start separating. The bigger particles will fall to the bottom and the lighter particles will stay nearer the top. You might start to see it a bit straight away, but it will take a day really for you to fully see what's happened. Luckily, I did one yesterday, so we can have a bit of a look. You can see here the heavier particles, okay, so the bigger bits of rock have fallen to the bottom, and up the top, the lighter particles, so that's the humus or organic matter, is staying floating at the top here. Now the video I've attached of the scientist doing this experiment explains this in even more detail. It's a really good video to watch. So watch that and then have a go yourself. I look forward to seeing your worksheets and I look forward to seeing your bottles.